This is Pastor Dave for October the 3rd, 2014. The struggle to survive. There are an estimated 35,000 homeless men, women, and children on the streets of Detroit. First, we took a look at the men and their struggle to survive. Now, let's take a look at the homeless women. And in this story, we're going to touch on a mother and her struggle to survive.
The streets of Detroit can be a dangerous place, especially if you live on them. Many of the 35,000 homeless people spend their nights anywhere they can.
If you were just walking up, I see this one escaped. What's it like sleeping in that trolley? Just peeking in.
It's horrible. It stinks. We can't bathe. We got bites all over our legs and feet. This is what my feet look like from walking around the city all day,
I hope you've been watching this series of reports. The defenders have gone deep undercover to get you the real story of what it's like to be homeless in Detroit. And if you think that these men have it tough at night, imagine being a homeless woman.
I can't imagine. Kevin Dietz has the story, though, of a young mother fighting to get off the streets. Now, we're not identifying her or where she sleeps at night for her own safety.
Just ask her and she'll tell you. She drank too much and lost her good-paying job. Then she lost her home and had to give up custody of her only child. But today, she's sober and fighting to get it all back. Julie is a 30-year-old woman with one child. She grew up in the suburbs of Metro Detroit, graduated from high school, and took a good-paying job. She had a house, a car, a big-screen TV. Today, she worries that someone from her former life will drive by and see her.
If they see me now, they'd be probably amazed.
As a high school student in Taylor, Michigan, she was pretty, but too shy to be popular.
I didn't really play any sports. I was kind of just a quiet person, stayed away from everybody.
It wasn't long before the high school graduate with a budding career at UPS was slipping up at work.
Next thing you know, you're drinking every day or every weekend.
Today, Julie has given up custody of her son and lives on the streets of Detroit, begging for money on a hot, dirty corner. As she sits, her mind thinks of the son she drank away.
It's sad, really. It really is sad. I get choked up thinking about it sometimes, just sitting here thinking about what he's doing.
So now, Julie holds a sign and hopes Metro Detroiters will be generous.
The most I've ever made is like $80 a day, but on any given day, it's just like $30 a day.
There is little vanity when you're homeless.
Being on the streets, you can't do that. So you're wearing the same clothes every day. Sometimes you're wearing the same clothes for a month at a time.
She knows she could shower every single day if she gave the men who stop at her corner what they want. But she tells me she's homeless. She is not a prostitute.
I have tons of people drive up to me every day talking about, I'll give you $200 to do this sexual act or do this and do that. And it's like, my sign doesn't say I'm a prostitute or anything like that. No, thank you.
Her father still lives in the suburbs. Julie is too proud to tell him what's become of her. She says she's staying sober now to get her son back.
I have my name on waiting lists to get into public housing and stuff like that. There's so many people on the waiting list, it's going to take time.
What she really needs is to find permanent housing, which means she needs a job. She knows how to work hard.
Well, I've been putting in applications everywhere. Eventually, someone's got to call. So just once I get a job, I'm going to start saving some money and hopefully be able to get a place and maybe a vehicle.
As we talk, a van pulls up. The driver tells her to get a job.
They don't understand when they say get a job. Well, I just now got a phone. When you go to fill out a job application, what do I put down for an address? What do I put down for a phone number? How do they even get a hold of me to interview me?
Humiliated, Julie sits with her sign, taking the abuse, staying focused on her son, focused on her sobriety, hoping to soon land a job, a home, and one day reuniting with her son.
If they could just be in my shoes for one day, maybe they'd understand.
In closing, I want to thank Kevin Diaz and WDIV, Local 4 News out of Detroit, for covering this very, very important topic, the plight, the struggle of the homeless and their struggle to survive. If you live in Detroit or you're from the Detroit area and you have a job for this mom that's trying to be reunited with her son, if you could contact Kevin at kevind@wdiv.com, kevind@wdiv.com. More to come on this. 35,000 homeless living on the streets of the city of Detroit, men, women, and children. I know. I was one of them at one time. If you feel led to give to our ministry, I'll put the link below. Thank you for watching.